Here I am, I'm Abigail, and welcome back to another episode of Dog Walks and God Talks. So today I want to share with you what God has been speaking to me about the past couple of weeks, and that is listening to God, obeying God, and then persevering in that. So to persevere, it means to carry on and keep fighting even when you're faced with problems and you have little success, but just to keep carrying on anyway. And God has been showing me that I think persevering is actually the hardest out of them three. Listening to God and obeying God is something I've been working on a lot the past couple of years, but persevering is relatively new to me. And by that I mean my identity and God telling me truth about myself and who he says I am, and then the obeying would be me believing that and fighting for that, replacing the lies with the truth. And persevering is to carry on fighting for my identity even when the enemy carries on and keeps on doing his best to convince me that I'm not who God created me to be. And I think in situations like that, the things that has changed it for me is praying for the Holy Spirit to remind me of what God has done and how faithful he has been. Because I think the enemy wants us to forget what God has done. He wants us to not remember, so then we can't use our testimonies, we can't use our stories to impact other people or to carry on fighting for what God started in us, you know? So I mean, when the enemy attacks, he won't attack against something that's not powerful and effective and not worth fighting against, but low-key take it as a compliment because that means that you're powerful and God is using you. But you have to keep fighting and remember what God has done. That's what God's been teaching me, because he is so faithful, and if he's done it before, he will do it again. And if he has talked to you and you've obeyed him, then that's obviously something that's important. So I think it's worth fighting for that and keeping up with that, even when you feel like the world's against you or the enemy pursuing you and you feel like you got a target on your back. But if God started in something in you, he's going to finish it, and I think that's worth fighting for. It's inevitable that we are going to fail. Even if we keep trying, we are going to fall down. I think the most important thing with persevering is to get back up again and to forgive yourself for doing that and try again and keep believing yourself rather than being discouraged. I think a couple more examples of listening, obeying and persevering is God telling you a calling on your life and then you obeying that and, for example, going to that country or moving to that place. But then I think the persevering would be staying there and to keep on believing that even when it feels like you shouldn't be there, because remembering that God called you there in the first place is essential. You are a winner and you are strong enough. I'm so sorry about this lighting, but England today cannot decide if it's sunny or cloudy. But I still hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give it a cheeky thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.